Joe Rogan has one of the biggest audiences in the entire world. In fact, he might have the largest audience in the entire world when it comes to posting videos on online formats. Like, it's just a proven fact. Like, the Joe Rogan experience gets on average through all platforms about 8 to 15 million viewers per episode. And we're not talking about the Elon Musk episode or the Bob Lazar episode. We're talking about just typical Joe Rogan. He has one of the most supportive and thoughtful and strong fan bases out there. No one else can compete with his viewership. Not even big news corporations like Fox, CNBC, whatever, CNN, all of these together don't even compare to a fraction of what Joe Rogan receives in viewership. And so a lot of brands subsequently want to sponsor the Joe Rogan Experience, his podcast, and they want to advertise on his podcast because it can change their brand forever. It could automatically change them overnight because people respond to what Joe Rogan says. And so that is why I wanted to create this video, because we all know that instead of Joe Rogan saying, Jamie, pull that shit up, he will say, hey, Jamie, ask Perplexity, our sponsor, Perplexity. He's been saying that and cramming it down our ears and down our throats as listeners for a couple months now. What, 6 months? And so I thought to myself, I wonder how much Perplexity is paying Joe Rogan. And I did a little bit of homework and I found that they're paying him a lot. They are in fact paying him 15 million bucks. $15 million annually. That's a lot of money, guys, just to use a platform like the search engine Perplexity. It's an AI platform similar to Grok or Claude or ChatGPT. And I think it's a very smart and strategic move because people will know about it. I didn't know about Perplexity until they began paying Joe Rogan in order to use them throughout his episodes when he is doing interviews and podcasts. I think it's really smart. Perplexity also pays other creators that are very well known, like Ben Shapiro. They even sponsored Theo Vaughn, which I thought was pretty pretty cool. They pay him about $500,000 per year annually. And so what is up with Perplexity? And why is Joe Rogan allowing this sponsor? Well, it comes down to money, guys. I hate to say it. It comes down to money, just like Roca sunglasses and all this and that. But Joe Rogan actually, usually, typically does not involve himself in sponsorship deals unless he actually believes in the product. So is Perplexity a good product? Well, it's up to you. It's up to interpretation. You know, with these large language models such as ChatGPT or Perplexity or Grok, they just pull in data from the internet. And I think the one that is going to win is going to be the one that doesn't moderate content and allows you to look up anything you'd like and gives you an unbiased answer to everything. Not some watered down bullshit, not some PC bullshit that you aren't treated like an adult and they're like, I don't know if you can handle this information, or they curate information that's false in order to serve a specific agenda that is held by the people in Silicon Valley that create these language models and code for these big learning systems like Perplexity and Grok and all these other AI people. And it's an arms race. Who's going to get there first? It's a race to the finish line, because once you're out in front, like with what ChatGPT did initially, then it's very hard. It's like they're the Bitcoin and you have all these other alternative coins, but there is only one Bitcoin because they were there first and they are the biggest right now. But then there's Grok, and Grok is, although they are tightening the restraints on their moderation, they are still probably the most unbiased search engine and AI assistant that you can use. And so that's why I use Grok. But when it comes to Joe Rogan, he didn't go with Elon's, although Elon, and him are really good friends. He went with Perplexity, and they're paying him 15 million buckaroonies, which is a lot of money. He has a lot of money, but hey, you know, why not get more? My concern is that he Joe Rogan, being Joe Rogan, is just in it for the money. And I don't know enough about Perplexity. Maybe who owns Perplexity? I don't know. I don't know anything about them. All I know is that he has been cramming it down our throats and it's been effective because obviously I think they're now fifth within this race of dominance for these sort of apps. And I think that they got there by being strategic and targeting people that we watch every single day. I don't know why OpenAI hasn't done this. I don't know why other companies such as Grok haven't attempted to do this. Why don't you just pay these influencers? Duh, it's a product. People will use the thing that they are most familiar with. And if you're most familiar with things like Perplexity from watching the Joe Rogan experience and having him say it over and over and over again till it's imprinted and tattooed onto your brain, then that's going to work, guys. That's going to work. So I think that they're doing a very, very smart thing. I just hope that Joe Rogan doesn't just start sponsoring things for money because he is someone that people trust. At least I do. I trust him. I think he's a genuine guy. But the second you start taking that sort of money, you better believe in the product. You absolutely better believe in the product because he's not just doing it in ads, right? He's doing it amidst having a conversation and he is using whatever Perplexity tells him as an answer to his any given question. And he's using that to spark a debate and to create a discussion, you know? And so if they're giving him bad or inaccurate data or answers, then that's a massive problem. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think 15 million bucks is too much? Do you think you expected it to be more? And most importantly, do you guys use Perplexity? Tell me about it. Let me know down below and make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys.